All right, we're going to talk about the engine cold start heat up system. We talked about this a little bit earlier. You got there's these two round pipes that attach to the heater boxes down here. Brings the ductwork up through here. There's these angled ducts that go on here that point the hot air towards the carburetors. And this is the control mechanism. You got this set of flaps. Now this is actually two parts. There's a rod here that slips on the end of here, and it just slips on there, and that makes me a little bit nervous. So I drilled it and pinned it because I wanted to make sure the two flaps open and close together. So the first thing you do, these are left and right hand, so there's a little mounting tab for one of the screws. You just put the passenger side in and line it up. We'll put the screw in, and then to get the control rod in, it just goes in the end. There's a pivot right here on this side. What we'll do over here, I think the easiest way is to actually start it here, then lower it down, get the tube into the exhaust, then put the screw on. So now, like I said, we've got the flaps installed. They're locked together. So what I did is I wanted to know what all the way open was. So if you put the ductwork on there and you just hold it in position, you can look down the ductwork and you can open this till you get it and you say, yeah, that's the max it's going to be able to open. I put a piece of tape and then I made a line to tell myself, okay, that's full open. So you have this linkage. There's an 8mm adjustment nut, and this is a 10mm bolt. I've already adjusted it. So you take it loose. You can turn this to shorten it or lengthen it, and then I'm just going to put it on the shaft like that. Make sure this is straight up, and then I'm going to tighten this 10mm. I've already tightened the 8mm. There. So, while we're here, why don't we check it? I stole Mom's hair dryer. I'm just going to put some hot air on this thermostat we're going to watch and make sure it actually works. It's going to take a little bit, not too long. And we'll see if it really closes when it gets hot air in the engine compartment. It's starting to get longer. I can see it growing. Flaps are starting to close. You can see it closing. You can see it closing. You can see it closing. We've got a little more stroke here. I think we got it. Looks like it closed. So what do you know? It actually works. And these ductworks, I guess, they're also left and right. So we'll put this on while we let that cool off, and it'll reclose. That's the nice thing about this thermostat system. It's self-regulating. The bellows is an old design. It goes back to like the 1930s. It's a really old design. It's not just Volkswagen. It's not just Volkswagens and Porsches. 1928 Cadillac had one. There's certain years Rolls Royce that I can't hold on. I'm going to do this side. Can't hold on to that screw. You get the idea. You get the idea. So, and there's some Italian car that has it. Now in that case, those are all water-cooled cars. What they did with the bellows is it was in a modern car, the thermostat controls the flow of water. In those old cars, like the 1928 Cadillac, the thermostat controls the flow of air. The thermostat's down in the water, and the water gets hot, the bellows expands, and there's shutters on the front of the radiator that open and close. So it's kind of a unique system. So let me try one more time getting this screw in before I give up. Come on. Does not want to go in, I tell you. We'll get it. So, what this is doing is it's blowing hot air up towards the carburetors. I was thinking that it actually put the air into the air cleaner. It doesn't do that. It just blows it up by the carburetor, and eventually that warmer air gets back into the engine. So there's how that works.